Hey everyone, Voids here, back with another video, episode 12 of the Bankroll challenge. This video is a little different from the last one. Last one was running good all the way. This one was a little bit of struggle, let's just say that much. I apologize, I missed the actual first hand of the night. I had like a king 5 or something like that. It was a limp pot, and then the pot built because I hit a king on the flop. And I just didn't hit record because I didn't think it was going to be anything. We went all the way to showdown, and I lost a little decent chunk right there. So I apologize on that one. Right here, I have pocket twos. The flop was 9-7 jack, so I didn't hit my set, and I'm just gonna fold to the bet. Obviously, I lose to any higher pair, given that I had the worst pair possible. And I just want to be real with you guys. This video is gonna have quite a bit of loss in it. I don't only want to show my wins. I want to be authentic to you guys and show you guys the progress, the grind, the wins, and the losses. So just keep that in mind. This video is a tiny bit slower than my last one. But we're gonna move on. I have pocket jacks right here. We're gonna go multi ways against the flop, and the flop's 3-9 deuce all spades. So very tricky right here. I'm gonna bet half pot right here. Hopefully get everyone to fold, and hopefully get anyone that has a spade in their hand, just one, to fold as well. And I don't want to hit another spade because obviously I don't have any. And exactly what happens, I take that one down. So we're gonna move on. I got another pocket pair. Looks like pocket pairs was the name of the night. Pocket threes, so one step higher than pocket twos. Oh boy. Um, so I'm gonna put in the raise right here once again, 0.06 chips. Just like pocket twos, if the runout's not good for me, I'm probably just gonna fold. Even though the flop's 6 queen ace with 2 diamonds, I'm gonna slow down and check it over. I do have a diamond in my hand, but it's kind of just a dream right here. Now with the king on the turn, puts the obvious straight draw out there. I'm gonna slow down and check. I don't really want to turn my hands into bluffs. Also, I don't really like bluffing too much at this level. I just feel like everyone's just so willing to call. So, as you guys can see, I'm sitting over my fold button right there. It's exactly what I do. Fold and just move on to the next hand. Don't want to barrel away and just keep losing my chip stack even further. But now I'm looking at king, queen of hearts right here in the under the gun +1 position. I'm gonna raise it up to 0.06 chips again. I feel like this night I was getting good cards. I just feel like the luck wasn't on my side. Maybe it was all in my last video, just the runouts, and I just wasn't hitting much on the runouts and stuff like that. But I was getting good cards. It wasn't like I was card there for the majority of the time. We're multi-ways to the flop right here with the jack 4 ace. So I do have my straight draw if a 10 comes. So I'm not gonna fold just yet. I think it's too weak to fold right now. I think I do have quite a bit of outs. Maybe a king comes on the board, maybe like they said, the 10, maybe a queen or something like that. And the king does come. So we do have some showdown value, but now there's also a flush out there as well. So I just gotta be careful how I play this. He bets big again. I'm just gonna fold. And he had jack 10, so he would have a set because I also rabbit hunted right there and a jack was on the river. So a good fold by me. I was able to see that one before I lost any more chips. But we're moving on to another pocket pair, pocket king. So finally a pretty decent pocket pair. I raise up. We're going to go heads up to the flop of 5-8-4. And I'm going to keep my aggression knowing that I have a good made hand right here. Obviously, the clubs right here is kind of scary, but we're going to keep going. Now with a 5 on the turn, he snap calls immediately. So I should have my antennas up, I should say, in a way. I'm gonna bet big once again, just trying to charge him, and he puts in the call right there. So right here, since he's not called, I'm gonna go big once again. Probably wasn't the best now I'm thinking about it, looking back on it. But that's what I thought in the moment. I go half pot, and he takes just a little bit, and he re-raises me, which should have been the red alarms going off in my head. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just want to be a hero. I guess I was kind of frustrated with all the runouts and stuff like that. So I hit in the call and go for a hero call, and he has an ace high flush draw, so he had the nuts right there. So a great start by me so far.
On today's profit. And there's no money in here.
So right here, I had King Jack suited. I'm just gonna put in the call. Well, looking back on it, maybe I could have put in a 3-bet right here, given that I basically have ultimate position and it's suited. Usually you don't want to put 3-bets in with King Jack, especially if it's off suited. But I given the way the board was playing and everyone playing at the table, I think I could. Maybe if I went 4x, I might be able to take it down pre-flop or maybe just go heads up. Because we go multi-ways right here with the flop 7-9 queen, so I have a straight draw and a flush draw potential. So I have a decent amount of outs. Even if I hit a king, I will have a top pair on this board. So now he decides to keep on betting. I'm just going to put in the call. If I didn't 3-bet, I won't re-raise this one. Now the 6 of hearts right here kills my flush draw, obviously. So I still have my straight draw. I still have a decent amount of outs. But he bets kind of big, about half pot right here. I'm just going to fold. And turns out he had a pair of sevens, and I don't think I would get that fold. Maybe if I bluff into him, I would have, but I guess good by me, given that I just had king high at the end of the day. But onto this next hand, I have ace 8 suited right here. Hopefully I hit my ace high flush draw as well, like the guy did earlier in the video. I'm putting the raise to 0.06 chips, and just hopefully this run out is good for me, and maybe I get a pair. Maybe, like I said, I get the flush draw. And I'm gonna get a very small 3-bet. Usually I don't like to fold to these 3-bets too often, because it's basically like a min click right here. I just don't really know what they're trying to say. Do they really have really good hands when they 3-bet that low? I don't know. Really interesting down these lower stakes. But the flop's gonna come 4-7-4, so I don't really hit anything. I'm just gonna slow down and check. And now a queen on the board gives my flush draw potential, but it gets killed by the 8 of hearts. I do have 2 pairs, so I'm guessing I might be ahead right here since he didn't put any bets in. He checked all the way through. I put in a little bet right there. Hopefully you'll get the fold, but he puts in the call. He had pocket jacks. It's funny because I thought if he had pocket jacks, in my head at least, he would maybe re-raise me on a certain street. He did 3-bet me, but like I said, it was a very small 3-bet. I guess that's what people do with pocket jacks on this. I don't really play it like that, but anyways, we're gonna move on. Pocket queens right here. Finally, a flop hits my range, and I have a set of queens, so I couldn't be more happier. I'm gonna play this one, so I don't want to scare him away just yet. I'm just gonna check it through. Hopefully, the people behind me to act is gonna put some chips in the middle. And unfortunately, that does not look like it's gonna be the case, as one person checks and the other person checks as well. So, given that they both check, I gotta go for a little value. I'm just gonna go 25%, nothing bigger. Hopefully, I can get at least one of them a call. Hopefully, two, but 1% automatically folds. So, not the greatest. And now we're waiting on the button, and now the button takes his time, really thinking it over. So hopefully he has like a 9 in his hand, but I don't think he does since he folded and we take down a very minimal pot. So, oh boy, when I have hands, I'm not getting anyone to bet, and then when I don't have anything, everyone loves to bet. But right here, I'm looking at ace 8 again. We're gonna get very small 3-bet once again. Like I said, I don't really like to fold to these very small 3-bets. Maybe I should more often, but I don't know. Now the flop's gonna come 10-10-3, all rainbow. I don't hit anything. He bets big. I'm just gonna fold again. Like I said, this video is not gonna have a lot of me winning, but I just want to be real and authentic with you guys. Right here, we're looking at 8-7 of diamonds. We're 4 ways to the flop. The flop's 2-9-2, so I don't hit anything once again, putting me in very tricky situations in this video. He's gonna decide to put in the smallest bet I ever seen in my life, and I'm just gonna call it. No need to go away for 0.02 chips or one big blind. And now I'm just trying to think, what could he possibly be doing this with? Maybe he has some type of heart in his hand. Maybe he has 2 hearts and hoping he gets there. Now the 5 of hearts, scary once again, but he also goes small once again. But I'm pretty sure at least one of them has 1 heart in their hand, given that I don't have any. Just the possibility is there, and I'm just gonna put in the call. Just hopefully I can see something, and unfortunately I don't. I don't hit anything. I'm just sitting here with a pair of twos. I'm just gonna check in. I'm not gonna do anything, and they take it down with a 9 in their hand. So maybe if I bet big or bet in the turn and river, I could have taken that down. Represent I had that flush draw in my hand, but I don't. We're gonna move on to this next hand right here. I got a queen jack suited in the small blind. Looks like it's about to make its way around to me until the button actually wakes up and decides to put in a little big bet per se. And I'm just gonna call right there. Given that queen jack, I can play it. It's like an easy hand to play. Given that I'm first in position, I'm never gonna lead out right here, especially when the board is 7-6-4 all spades. Can you guess? Once again, I don't hit anything on the flop, turn, or river. So With the all in right here, it's not the biggest all in, but I don't have anything to call with, especially now the button is deciding, taking his time. I'm just gonna fold right here. No need to throw this all away. No need to punt my remaining stack away. I'm just gonna hit the fold. We're gonna watch the end of this just to see what happens. With the seven clubs right there, obviously pairs the board. Anyone can have a two pair. Maybe someone has the flush draw. Maybe he has an ace in his hand. But the person that actually went all in to begin with actually took that one down. Sorry, I cut that one short. It's just taking a little bit of time. But right here, I have ace jack of hearts suited. So good hand, playable hand. Obviously, got the highest card in the deck in my hand. We're gonna go multi-ways to flop as you always do in Club WPT Gold. The round's gonna be 5-8-6, so I'm sitting here with Ace High and Dream as always, and a backdoor heart flush draw. I'm gonna put in a raise, hopefully get some of these guys out the way, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. We instantly get two callers, and now we're waiting on the person behind me. He decides to fold, thankfully. With the three of clubs on the board, I just decided to slow down and check it over to them to see what they got. Maybe I should have kept on betting. Now looking back at it, just represent. I have like jacks, tens, nines, something big, queens. And if I did that with the 10 on the river, maybe I could have taken this one down, but I slowed down and check once again. We get one more check behind us, and we'll see if this guy decides to bet. And he actually does, so tough situation right here. I'm just gonna fold. I was curious what they had, and he had ace 10, so he hit the 10 on the river. And I don't think if I bet into him, I don't think I was gonna take that one down either way. So I guess another good fold by me. I don't know. You guys let me know down below if you think that was a good fold or not. Or let me know if you think I'm being too passive in this video. I don't know what it was. But right here, I got pocket tens. Finally, I have a decent pocket pair, so I'm gonna three bet this one, kind of large. I went 5x the original size. Hopefully, I can get them a fold and just go heads up, and that's what happens right here. On the flop is 5-9 queen, all rainbow. I'm not gonna stop down my aggression now. I'm gonna go about 50% pot ish. So hopefully, I can get this one down right away, and I do. So I take down a little chunk of change right there with this nice little pair. Well, after that one, I'm in the button, ultimate position, and I have ace king. And since my runouts have been so horrible, I went a little bigger than usual. I went 0.10 chips. Usually I go like 0.8 right here in this spot, given my hand, given my position, and the flop comes 3-8-10. Could you be surprised? Nothing for me. Ace high and dream. At least I have ace king this time though. And now they decide to lead out with a decently sized bet right here. I'm just gonna put in the call, given that I do have some outs right here, and with the seven hearts gives me another potential out. So if I hit a heart, I have the nut flush and the second nut flush in my hand. So we'll see what happens right here. Or maybe I just hit the ace, maybe I just hit a king. I have a decent amount of outs. Hopefully I don't get too many out syndrome right here, and it's gonna check its way around me. I'm gonna check it, see a free river, and unfortunately we see the jack of diamonds. So I don't hit any of those outs. I guess two-mate house syndrome is real. He decides to go all in, and my ace high right here, I don't think is ever good. Pretty sure he has a 10 in his hand or a jack, so I'm just gonna fold this one away. And another hand with nothing going on for me. Let's see if this luck will turn around in my upcoming hands. So now we're looking at 10-9 of spades right here. It limps around to me, a decent silver connector. Feels like a while since I played one of these, but I'm gonna raise this one up to 0.06 chips. Hopefully we won't go multi ways to the flop. But given that the button folded, I'm in ultimate position, so it should be rather easy for me to navigate this. And now the flop comes 9-6-10, so really good flop for me. I hit top pair. I have a flush draw and a straight draw. Like I said, I have way too many outs. They're gonna three bet this right here, and I'm not gonna go anywhere just yet after the re-raise. Tough spot, but I'm just gonna put in the call right there. Now we lose a couple people. Now we're three ways to the turn, and now with the turn gives us a queen of spades. Maybe he could have done that re-raise with some type of flush draw as well. Maybe he has a top two pair or something like that. So it's kind of tricky right here. I'm just trying to figure out what can they be doing this with. And since I'm not running good, I have a 10 high flush draw. There's only like three cards in the deck that beat me. I'm just gonna go in. We're gonna get snapped off right here. And the guy had top two pair. I guess he was also looking for the straight draw as well, but we take that one down. Now we're feeling a little better.
Here we go. Money talk.
So I had to put that one in. My first big win in the session. It's not the best, but it's allowed me to chip back up. Is so my loss isn't so high so far. We're only down about one whole chip, so which is good. A lot better than what I thought was going to start. But right here, I got a queen 10 suited right here with three ways to the flop. The flop is six deuce deuce with one club. I have a club in my hand, so what we're gonna go ahead and check this over. Once again, I don't really connect with anything. Now the 10 right here on the turn improves me a top pair, third best kicker. So I think that's a good card for me. I'm gonna put some chips in the middle and I take that one down. So back to back hands. Looks like it's about to turn around right here. Hopefully we can break even. And now, not too long after, I'm looking at ace queen offsuit. I'm gonna put in a raise, given that no one raised before me, and go zero point zero 0.08 chips as always. We're gonna go multi ways to the flop. It looks like, given what this person decides to do, he takes a little bit to think about it. So maybe he has like a hand that he's not too sure he wants to play. Maybe he has like a ace three offsuit. Maybe he has like a king four or something like that. But he folds. So now we're heads up. Flop 7-3-6. So pretty connected, to be honest. Not the greatest for me, but I do have two high overcards. And now with a 5 on the turn, really sketchy. Obviously, there's a straight draw out there. And now we both check it through, and now the ace. So I feel like this is a good river for me. Obviously, I improved to top pair, third best kicker. I do lose to a straight draw, but how often is he playing a straight draw like this? And he decides to fold that one after I do a decently sized bet. So we're looking a lot better here so far. So now I'm looking down at pocket threes right here. Second time of the night. The flop is 3-5-6. I hit bottom set, but since it's a limp pot, they can have any two random cards. So maybe they have a deuce. Obviously, there's straight draws out there. The lower straight draw with like a ace deuce, and if a four comes, or they have like a 7-8 7-8. They can have a four, stuff like that. So it's something to be worried about. But I'm gonna put in the raise. I feel like my hand's kind of too good for right now not to put in a raise, and hopefully we can get rid of some of these draws potentially. Hopefully we can get rid of some random, I don't know, some random like jack deuce or something like that. And now the king right here, he decides to slow down and check it. I'm just gonna check back and hopefully show that I don't really have anything. So he decided to check in. Now I feel like I gotta go for value. I know the person on my right went all in, but it's for a little six chips, not the most. And he had a straight with nine deuce, so not the best right there. Kind of annoying that he had nine deuce and he hit the straight. That the four came on the river, but it is what it is. We're gonna move on. I didn't lose too much right there. Now I'm looking at ace three. I'm gonna limp into this one as well. The flop comes 10 jack ace, so I flop top pair on this connected board once again. We're multi-ways to the flop as always. And I'm just gonna slow down and check it just to see what the button does. And since no one bet, I might be good here actually with just my pair of aces on the board. Because I feel like if they had like a king, if they had like a queen, maybe they would put some chips in the middle. If they had like Jack 10, obviously they'll put chips in the middle. So I'm gonna go for some small value right here just to see what happens. And the guy from last time decides to fold, so I just take down a little bit of chips. Can't complain about that one. Now we're looking down at ace queen right here. I'm gonna cut off once again. I'm gonna put in the bet to 0.08 chips. Looks like we're gonna get mostly everyone to fold, which is a good thing. Makes it a lot more playable. And we're waiting on the person to my right to call. He's taking a while for some reason, but now he decides to put in the call, and I flop top pair once again with my ace. And since the board is connected, I have top two pair, and I'm just trying to think right here. What could he be calling with? What could he beat me with? Maybe he has some type of draw. Maybe he has a heart draw. Maybe he has a club draw as well. So, but he decides to check play it slow. I'm gonna keep on betting for value with my top ace right here. Maybe he has a sevens or something. I way ahead, and he probably will put in the call, hopefully. And he puts in a re-raise, so it's kind of interesting right there. It didn't go too big. He just went 2x, so interesting sizing tell. Maybe just because he has a shorter stack, but Now the turn gives us a four spades. Shouldn't really do anything for either one of us unless he's on like another hand like 3-5 for some reason. So I'm gonna play it slow. I'm gonna check it over. And now with the jack of diamonds, he checks it once again. So he's just been checking and calling. So he re-raised me, so it's interesting. So I just put in a big bet to see what he's trying to do. I guess he tried to get bluff me off of that. So a not bad session honestly at the end of it. The total bankroll at the end of the session was 113.14, and I had a loss of 0.8 chips. So I was able to mitigate all the damage I did earlier with that one all in with my 10 high flush draw. So pretty good. Can't always win every session, but as long as we keep the losing to the minimums, the best, obviously. But thank you guys always for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.